The reports we read in the media about individuals who are prosecuted for coercive control and behaviours under the Serious Crimes Act Section 76 in the UK are just the tip of the iceberg. Key statistics in the UK: recorded offences for coercive control reached 49,557 in the year ending March 2025, an increase from 45,310 in the year ending March 2024. Prosecutions and charges for CCB, England and Wales, 2024 to 2025. 4,955 charges were recorded by the CPS for the 2024 calendar year, with 3,149 charges between January and June 2025. Conviction rates. While charges are rising, data from 2018 and 19 showed that a high proportion of offences, 85%, were closed due to evidential difficulties, and the conviction ratio for cases where CCB was the principal offence dropped to 52% in 2019. Underreporting. Despite rising numbers, it's believed that a large volume of CCB does not come under the attention of the police. Now, here's a story of how and why women do not file complaints. I was told a story by a man I shared my life with. He talked to me about his divorce from the mother of his boys. He had been unfaithful multiple times. Obviously, the story was that she was frigid and he was ignored in the marriage. In the order of things, he was behind the dog. He told me that there was an incident where during the divorce, while they were still living in the same house but were in separate bedrooms, his wife called her parents in the night to come over and take her out of the home. The parents took her and one of the boys, went with the grandparents, and the other stayed with his father. Now, after my experience of 11 years with this man, the second longest relationship after the mother of the boys, I was in a non-marriage relationship. After the discard, and he cheated, there were 5 years of litigation abuses and economic abuse. I kept thinking of the story he told me and what really happened in that house that night behind closed doors. Obviously, his wife did not report domestic abuse, but unfortunately for me, I was advised to file a gender violence complaint against him by an English-speaking Spanish solicitor who understood more than I did in October 2020. I didn't even want to file a complaint. I think it was a trauma bond. The only reason I filed the complaint was the email I received from his solicitor after I reached out to him for help negotiating a settlement and a way forward. X had originally promised a settlement of 50% of the home's value. Then, within days, I was threatened by him in an intimidating, angry, aggressive way. He shouted in my face, "Do not fuck about with me. I'm in control. You do as I say. I can throw you out onto the streets." I was in shock at the way he was behaving. I had no idea about narcissistic abuse, psychological abuse, or coercive control back then. When I published my first book, I was documenting the truth of what happened in the relationship and what happened post separation. I changed the names of the ex, the women he cheated with, and the solicitors who gave advice. I did not publish in my own name, yet somehow I was hauled into criminal investigation from 2022 to 2024, and in that extreme traumatic situation, I lost everything: my future pension, my human dignity, my friends, a place in the community, and even my family. The video shows the original text of the email that I used in my book, the email that tipped me over the edge and had me making a call to the Samaritans in Spain. All the allegations were dismissed, but far too late for me. Now I'm going to publish another book in my real name to tell the story. The title, After the Discard, No Divorce Required. Please tell me if you think a book revealing the deceptions and vexatious litigation will help others.